That'd be so weird
That
though. Like you go to like one of
that
these
that leads
structures.
into an even bigger thing though, of I could say that I had at one point I got better, but I can't go back into work because I had COVID. You know, some places just straight up won't take you back if you have had COVID.
Yeah.
They just won't. Yeah, the one place by us who they just straight up won't let you reapply. They won't.
No, it's like,
They,
hey,
they,
you had it. We're not letting you back in.
yeah. They just straight up, yeah, like, look, like, it sucks that you had that COVID. Yeah, you're not allowed here anymore. So it's like the double slap in the face.
Yeah.
And
Then you.
now while they get unemployment for it, it's like, well, I wish I still had my job.
Yeah. That's what people know now. You've seen like what is it? 1 point something million people out of jobs.
Yeah, yeah,
Something
it was
like
like
that.
1.7 million people had fully lost their jobs.
Yeah, but that includes me, by the way. Unfortunately.
Was that because of COVID, or did
Yes.
you leave because you wanted to?
I left my first job because I wanted to, because I fucking hated that place. Like,
Fair
holy
enough.
shit.
Fair
I
enough.
can
Fair
go
enough.
into a whole rant about that, but I'm not going to. The second one, yeah,
Yet,
that was because of COVID.
yeah. No, I just, it's just a shame how places really. I mean, it's not even like it was their fault. Obviously, this affects everyone on the grand scale of things. So it wasn't like, yeah, they targeted specific kinds of people. Fuck that person in particular. It was
Unless,
unless COVID-19 specifically targeted you, Mark. Fuck you.
yeah, fuck
Um,
me in particular.
but it was just one of those deals where everyone kind of got screwed out of it. If this had happened 2 years prior, I would have been in a real shit place. I know in my department.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, I probably would have been fully out of a job. Probably both my jobs because I would definitely be working two jobs.
Yeah,
Especially
at that
2 years.
time, I remember you were working like two, three
I
jobs.
yeah, I think the year before that I had three jobs for about 6 months. Yeah,
Yeah, and you were like dying.
yeah, yeah. I was dead inside. I'm still dead inside, but a little bit less dead inside. Um,
Okay.
and by the time that this had hit, we were already in a pretty shit place to begin with. Um, and then this just fucking walloped everyone. This took a full slap on the face to every business imaginable. And
Yeah.
then, with leading to cutbacks, it's like, well, to reduce contact, I have to fire people. So where do we start? And then it's sadly a lot of the places that require um I know a lot of supermarkets didn't get rid of a lot of people, but they had to really cut back on hours. Sometimes they'd have only two or three people on a shift rather than five or six to keep
Yeah.
contact of food down. And then they slowly established hours for people. I know, like over by me, the IGA, they only had three people on like a shift, and they weren't even allowed to be near each other for like for the whole day. They had one person outside, essentially dispensing hand sanitizer, and then another two people were out stocking shelves, and everyone else was on the register. And it got so bad to the point where you had to keep with the flow of the store. So when you first walked in, you had to go down the aisle in the way the arrow had told you. Now I don't give a shit of which way the store tells me to go, but honestly, by the time I had noticed that I needed to go in the direction of the arrow, I was already halfway around the store.
Yeah.
So, like, why?
Yeah,
But
that's something for.
but that was to keep down contact, and I heard many people got laid off from supermarkets, and then eventually it was a lot of. I had a friend who was helping out in a law firm, and he had to give that up because they just didn't want people in there. He couldn't work in there anymore just because they didn't want uh other people to be concerned that there was too many people in their offices.
Yeah,
And
that does suck though.
he had a pretty good gig going on over there. He was pretty much over the bar and making money. And then it just like, well, fuck, you know.
That's unfortunately a lot of jobs have to deal with that, and
You
a lot
know,
of people have to deal with unfortunate situations.
you know, uh when when COVID first hit, like like that week when it first got to the US, it was like, oh my god, I hope I don't get it. And then it spread over here quicker and quicker over to the East Coast. And then
And then yeah, New York became like the hot spot.
New York became the hot spot, and everybody freaked out. Everybody getting COVID in here. And by the time New York had fully shut down, people were already doing fires.
Yep.
Like how are we gonna maintain this? There's no way. And the government was good enough to keep a lot of the smaller businesses up, at least in terms of what they could do. Obviously there's no way that every small business that was already on the brink of failure was gonna survive. There was just no way. But if you were doing okay business and they did well, it was good for the most part. And if you know how to manage the money correctly, it was in your favor. you know Open your stores this way. You don't have to worry about maybe having it to simmer down. you know and
Yeah.
then luckily we live in a pretty okay area where we don't have to worry about the later BLM riots, where that wasn't the case near us.
Yeah. Screw that.
Yeah,
Let's
that,
go.
that
Let's go past
that's
that.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying, at least in terms of break-ins, you don't have to worry. You can leave your store and not having to worry about somebody breaking in.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm talking about months down the line from when COVID first hit, but I'm saying you could actually look at that later on and be like, okay, I know my store is safe. You know.
Hmm.
But that's a whole rally. That is a
That is not.
questionable thing.
Yes. That is
And
something we will
then
not go into.
but what I will go into, if you want to talk about fucking rallies, is the anti-maskers.
Oh no.
These fucking Cro-Magnon flat Earth fucking
Flat Earth.
thinkers, 5G coronavirus causing fucking brainlets. They are just clearly not meant for this Earth. Clearly they are the superior being, because they think they know everything just because they don't wear a mask. They should, you know what they should do instead of wearing a mask? Wear a goddamn helmet.
You wear
Um,
everything.
you know what? They should wear a helmet because people are just gonna drop shit on their head.
Not
Walking
even
down the
now. I shoot
street.
him in the goddamn face.
No, not don't. I wouldn't cause them death. I just want them to get severely hurt. Because
Make them
they,
dramatized.
they need to wake up. They say, "Oh yeah, you need to be fucking woke." That's what they say. You woke. You refuse to think the Earth is round. Like,
Now I'm actually curious though. Like, how many anti-mask people actually think the Earth is flat?
oh, they're the same. They're the same people. They're easily the same people because
The
they're,
same
they're the
amount.
same. No, seriously, they're the same freaks that don't trust the government, and they think that everything the government tells them is a lie. And meanwhile, that couldn't be. There's no doubt there's shade in the government, but you're saying that the Earth, the physical embodiment of what we stand on, is not round. And then you go, coronavirus isn't real. It's just lies about the government. And it's like, how can you even think that? How many people are ended up dead? Hundreds of thousands of people are dead because of this virus.
Yeah, it's I think it reached up to 130,000, somewhere around there.
Whatever the case may be, it's over 100K in just death. Not along in terms of cases. In cases, I think we're over 500,000 now.
More than that.
I'm just talking about U.S. in that sense. Maybe 500.
Oh, just U.S. Sorry, yeah.
Because I blipped on the news recently and I saw 500,000. I'm pretty sure that's just U.S. numbers.
Yeah, confirmed cases 5 million over
5
the
million?
entire U.S.
5 million in the U.S.
and just in the U.S.
Jesus Christ! All right, well,
That's just confirmed cases.
well, those can, a lot of those can be. You sure those are confirmed? Because those could be false positives.
Oh yeah, that's true.
5 million sounds like a lot.
Well, it says all the statistics here. Like, it's going down, which is good.
Okay, well, whatever the case may be, but the people who don't like to wear masks out in public, like just today, I went up to a new place I'd never been to. I had to work there, and I was working a booth where I have to interact with people, and the entire day, I had to wear a mask. And
Everyone should wear a mask.
And if you're out in public, if you're interacting with people, you have to wear a mask. And we required people to wear a mask. I'm not going to break balls if you don't. But just know, if somebody comes around and tells you to put a mask on and you don't have one and they tell you to leave, don't be surprised when they tell you.
Yeah, all the store, everyone they should implement that. To be honest.
Originally what they did for our beaches is a 6 foot social distance guard. And now let me tell you why that's a stupid fucking idea. I understand the concept. You want people 6 feet apart, but you don't know who's friends or family. So when you're breaking up people 6 feet apart, like just stand back. They actually had our seasonals doing that, telling people to break up people that weren't 6 feet apart. And it couldn't be any dumber. It was the dumbest job I think I've ever seen our place do. And I've seen a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah, that is definitely really goddamn stupid.
And now it wasn't even people like not wearing masks, because there were people not wearing masks there, but they were just told to leave because they weren't wearing masks. But you had people wearing masks being told to stay 6 feet apart. That's just stupid. What if they're friends? What if they're family? You don't know. And plus, you're ruining their good time. They came to the beach to have a good time, to get away from this COVID shit to begin with. They're already wearing the mask. You really can't tell them to do much more. Any more than that, you're pretty much you're just raining on their parade.
Yeah, you're just ruining everything.
So it inevitably ended up not working out anyways, because people were just getting pissed because they were being told to stay 6 feet apart.
And you were just like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out," and then just
pretty much. And yeah, but the specific anti-maskers that go on rants about it's just like, all this COVID stuff is fake. You are just falling for the government's lies. You guys don't know shit. I know this COVID stuff is fake. I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm not going to wear it. I want to breathe. I live in America. And it's just like, come on. Like this is why other countries hate us. It's that small percentage that makes a fucking voice, because they're so goddamn stupid. And this is why people think America is about as fucking dumb as a stump.
Yeah.
They see videos like that, and it goes the same for our Karen videos. This is why people think we're dumb as a goddamn stump, because those Karen videos, a majority of them are from the U.S. Like there's a guy that was in. I'm pretty sure he was in a Costco,
Yeah, and everyone's freaked out.
and the Costco employee was Costco employee tells him to stop and to go back and put on a mask, but the guy's like, "No, I live in a free country," and I just gotta go, guy. It's their rule to have a mask. It's they put up somebody, I forget who said it, but they brought up a great point. It's no different than saying no shirt, no shoes, no service. It's just wear a mask on top of it. If you're not wearing a mask, we don't have the right to provide you any service.
Get the hell out of my store. Never want to
And
see
pretty
your
much,
face again.
if a store deems you not worthy, they
Not
will not
worth.
service you. Yeah, you are not worthy to shop at our store. We don't find you fit to come in here, so we are kicking you out. It was the same thing for a lot of drugstores. Drugstores, if they saw a certain person to come in here, they will not serve them.
Damn.
It's no different than that. Oh yeah, you woke up in a free country, but just because you woke up in a free country does not make you any less important or more important. You are just like every other person in the store that needs to follow the rules.
Yeah.
And people that just don't understand that just baffle me, because it's not you that is the issue. It's other people. They're trying to protect you from other people.
To prevent
And
the
in turn,
stupidity.
that's vice versa. You know,
Yeah.
it boggles my mind, the one-sidedness that these people that just want to get away with as much as possible, because let's just say, oh man, dang, I forgot my mask. I
Yeah.
gotta go back, go around.
Or
Like when the
just have one in your car. Be
well,
smart.
let's say you use your last disposable mask, right? And
Yeah.
you go, oh shit, I'm out of masks. Can I just go in and buy some? And if the store is cool, they'll go like, yeah, here's the packet. We'll just ring it up right now. We'll put
Just put one on right now. If you don't put one on now, then
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. Then like we'll put it on the rest of the bill. At least that's what I would do. It's just like, look, we sell masks. Or hell, there's a store across the street that sells masks. So there's usually a convenience store, usually in relevant distance, that will sell a mask. And I know a lot of supermarkets now at the registers, they'll sell packets of masks.
Yeah, because they are
And
smart.
some of them, I know Stop and Shop does it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if King Colin does it. Um, but I know the IGA had done it for a little while. I'm not sure if they're still doing it. I haven't been there in a few weeks. But it was a lot going on in terms of supermarkets, because I heard an argument when I went to Stop and Shop. Guy was yelling at the guy to get out of the store because he wasn't wearing a mask, and you know what? The store has a right to do so.
Yep.
So you know what? I can't wait to surface somewhere online too. It's probably on Facebook already. Because those are the people that think Facebook is still the relevant fucking social media.
Facebook
It's
gaming Omegle.
yeah, seriously. It's baffling. Yeah, those are yeah. I mentioned the flat earthers and anti-maskers.
All on
Yeah,
Facebook.
all on Facebook. It's just those echo chambers of uh, going back and forth. Oh, just like yeah, you're totally right. Masks are evil. Masks are evil. I can't breathe. And There was a post. I saw it up on Instagram that the guy had ran a 10K wearing two masks out in the blazing sun, and I just be like, "Yep, I can breathe totally fine." And like, come on, a guy like that just ran a 10K wearing two masks, and he's totally fine. And you say you can't breathe wearing one going shopping? Clearly, you have more than one thing wrong with you if you think that's an issue. If you want to say you don't want to wear a mask, just say you don't want to wear a mask. But don't say you can't breathe because you're wearing a mask.
Yeah, there's a whole thing on Twitter too about it too. That
Yeah,
like,
even
oh,
even
there
Twitter.
is a
Twitter is almost as bad as Facebook at this point with the anti-maskers.
yeah, that's why I unfollow people who actually talk about anti-masks, so I don't have to deal with it
Yeah,
and
I
block them.
don't think anybody I know that physically does that on Twitter. At least not that I think of off the top of my head. But
There was
yeah,
two that I had to do.
yeah, and I don't follow a lot of people on Twitter anyways. But there's just so many people that just don't understand the concept of needing a mask. And even if you're totally healthy, you're perfectly healthy, you don't have to worry about even if I get COVID-19, I am healthy. It's not the fact that you're getting it infected. It's that you're going to affect other people. That's going to infect other people, and it spreads and spreads and spreads. That's the whole point of something that's as infectious as this. You might not even get it yourself, but you could carry it.
Yeah,
You know, what's funny is there was at a point where I thought I was a carrier because I hadn't gotten sick. Normally, when shit like this flies by, I get sick. But I've been very fortunate lately to not have gotten sick.
honestly, same though for me. Like usually
You know,
around this time, like I would get like some type of like cold or something, and I haven't gotten that
and,
yet.
and you know what? It might be partially due to the I mean, I was only out of work for a month, but for the general 3 months that the general public was essentially not working, uh, and then when I finally went back to work, I mean, I always have really bad allergies. I mean, my sinuses are constantly flared. I always sound like I'm constantly being punched in the
Nasaled.
face.
Yeah,
It's a constant battle all the time. And normally when something like this hits, I will get sick. It's almost inevitable. And now I've had both bronchitis and pneumonia before, so this was the next step. And I was, like I said, I was fortunate enough never to get this super bad. I at one point I thought I had it, but it was just my sinuses. Because it gives me flu-like symptoms. It gets me very dizzy. Not very dizzy, but and then my head starts
yeah.
to hurt.
That
And
that
so
happened to me in April, like when it actually first started,
yeah,
and like I went to the doctor and like he's like it's not COVID, it's just your sinuses, and
yeah,
just my sinuses have been getting like worse and worse and everything, so I'm taking like heavier prescriptions.
yeah.
So
I mean,
I
my
just had to get
sinuses are like I said, constantly flared. So I'm used to feeling like crap 24/7. But yeah, but again, this leads into people not wearing masks. What, you're not wearing a mask because you think that either you think it's just a hoax, or you think you're so goddamn healthy that you physically can't get it. But that's just a fallacy, because when or because at that point you're going to get it, you will get it, and then you're going to transfer it to somebody who's easily more susceptible and can easily die. Like I live with my grandmother, who's she's rocking 75. If she gets it, she could potentially die. I mean, she's
yeah.
healthy for her age. She is. There is no doubt about
Oh
that. She
yeah, she
is
is definitely healthy.
regardless of what you would say about a 75-year-old, she is healthy. And and obviously as you get older, you're gonna have certain little health problems here or there. Everyone will when you get to that age.
Yeah,
But if she were to get something like that, that will put her into a hospital easily. if I get it, I might just be bedridden for a few weeks. I just stay in my room.
Yeah, it just happens with age. The
But but I obviously I couldn't do anything up until my symptoms were gone, and then even after my symptoms are gone, I have to wait 2 weeks to get clearance because you have to self quarantine after your symptoms are gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so in total, you're out for 4 weeks in total.
On top of telling other people that you were around, so to get them checked,
Yeah, it's a whole
so
process.
it's a hell of a process, and like I remember recently Jake's Paul was held that
Jake's
huge house
Paul?
party.
I didn't know
Jake's
there.
Paul's
I didn't know there was mass.
Jake's is his Paul is his house. And so Jake Paul recently not only got his house raided, but he did throw that house party a few days prior being raided.
Yep, and didn't wear a
And
mask, and
nobody was wearing masks. A lot of those people were either already celebrities or clout chasers, pseudo celebrities.
then you get that,
Um,
hey guys, scarce here, and then you just hear everything.
yeah, you just hear scarce in the background, already reporting it as it's live. Um, and it's just it, truly incredible on how daft these people can be. Just to throw a house party, just like, woo! They lightened up a quarantine, and then they start throwing parties, without wearing masks, and that's not because where he lives in Calabasas, they were still in quarantine.
Yep.
Only certain places let up because their numbers were better. Calabasas was not one of those places to let up. And so I remember reading the mayor of Calabasas just like, yeah, we don't condone this at all.
Yeah, probably also another reason why he got his house raided.
No, no. Funny enough, I don't even think it was for the party. I think it was because somebody tipped off cops about all the guns in his house.
Oh,
Because they found a shit ton of
yeah,
guns.
I know that they found like a sniper, like a long shot, something like that.
Well, the thing is, they were saying because he was affiliated with some other rapper who just left his guns there. I don't know
Oh,
how you could just leave guns at somebody else's house,
it's like, oh,
but
can you just hold these guns for me?
well, probably because that guy's houses got raided. Uh,
And surprisingly, that's
but
not on the news.
but from my understanding, they weren't his guns, but his house was 100% raided, and they did find a shit ton of guns.
Oh god.
But yeah, no, it was a lot going on in terms of Calabasas with that party because that was essentially not that it was titled a COVID party, but it was essentially a COVID party because nobody was wearing masks, and up until this thing is either has had a full vaccine for it, where you can definitely say where everyone can breathe a sigh of relief, saying, "Good, we don't have to worry about COVID anymore."
Yeah, they're working on it, quote unquote,
Right, they're
working.
working on it, and they are without a doubt. I don't have a shadow of a doubt that people are currently working on a vaccine or just a. Well, I mean, this is a virus, so it's never going to go 100% away. But having a vaccine will definitely be on the step in the right direction.
Oh yeah.
You know, like for a long time, pneumonia was the worst thing that you can get in terms of bronchial, unless you had asthma.
Yes, which
Uh,
I have, unfortunately. That's why I'm
but
just very careful with everything.
right, if you ended up getting something severe like this, that could put you in a hospital and onto a respirator easily.
Oh yeah.
My girlfriend, she's asthmatic. Granted, she's gotten a lot better, but she's asthmatic at birth, so she's been, if she were to get it, then
That'd be very
it,
fatal.
it would just be as fatal as any other asthmatic. She would need a respirator. She would need a bunch of stuff, and on top of an asthma attack could easily kill her.
Oh yeah.
So it's just one of those things where it's has to be prevented. Has to be.
But
And then,
in
like I
all
said,
due time.
when a vaccine fully comes out and everyone breathes their sigh of relief, then you could start throwing parties like that. But up until then, you have to keep your parties minimal and low. I don't want to use the term low key, but essentially keep them low key. Have just family over, family that hasn't had it, or if they do, they need to wear masks.
Oh yeah.
Even if it's just a small family get together, bring a mask. Even if you're like, oh yeah, don't worry about bringing a mask. Just bring a mask.
Just
Even if the host isn't wearing a mask, bring a mask.
be
There,
careful.
there, there is no downside to bringing a mask, even if it is a party.
Just don't be a dick. Simple
Well,
as
it's
that.
not even don't be a dick. Just use common sense. You obviously
Yeah.
everyone knows what's going on. There is no doubt that people don't understand the concept of this, but at this point, unless those fucking anti-maskers come into play, then they just straight up don't get the point.
People don't have common sense these days, which
No,
sucks.
no, but nobody. A lot of people just don't have fucking common sense.
Nobody has a brain.
Nobody has brain. Uh, it's just a true. It's like the eighth wonder of the world. How nobody can understand, or those fucking anti-maskers think. But it goes back to anti-maskers being just straight up stupid.
They be
They
all stupid. Do not become a Jake Paul.
did not become a Jake Paul. Wear a mask.
Moral of the story.
That's what it comes down to in these COVID times. Even toddlers, they get the point. You know,
Toddlers have more common sense than all these Jake Paulers. And that's kind of sad.
no, it really is the case where they understand the fact that, okay, I'm putting this on to feel safe. They understand that. Even
Yeah.
if they don't understand the reason why, they understand that wearing the mask is safe. And their parents need to do that for them because obviously the kid's not going to know. So the parents need to do it for the kid. And like, here, give them the mask. And they go, why? It's just like, it makes you feel safe. That's all it does. And that's all you needed to do, is to protect you and other people from spreading something that essentially could have been, let's boil it down, that could have been prevented, but because of bad decisions, did not.
Yes, I 100% agree. Alright.
My throat hurts.
I think that'll be it.
All right.
So, I guess I don't even know what the goddamn call this. That's a real question.
I like rampaging rants.
Rampaging rants. Okay, that's what we'll call it.
I like rampaging rants a lot. I don't know why.
All right. Well, join us in a month or two when we do this again some way. I don't know. We'll see.
It's probably gonna be random.
It's 100% random.
Oh yeah. There's no way this is gonna be monthly.
Hell no. There you can visit Ben at his Twitch or YouTube. You can plug that.
Both.
I'll put those in the description or whatever.
I do Twitch and YouTube.
Yes.
Blah.
Follow him.
I also think for myself.
Think for yourself.
I put that on my resume. I think for myself.
He thinks, but he doesn't. I don't know. All right. Bye.